16 degrees. It's cold, 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 but I want to thank all of y'all for being here today. If you're catching us on the replay, please remember to do that old thumbs up, give us a like, share, and all that good stuff, because we need it from you guys. Please feel free to leave us a comment, ask a question, make a point, anything you could like. It's not super early in the morning here. It's 9:16 a.m. where I am. Currently 16 degrees outside. And it happens to be a light dusting of snow on the ground in my part of the country. So we don't get winter really bad where we're at. But one snowfall, one little bitty snowflake that comes flying down from the heavens, and I personally am ready for spring. So I don't know if you guys are not. And I know some of you guys got hammered with snow event in America this weekend. Sorry, the week has started today. Today's Monday. How's your Monday going, by the way? It's Monday for me. It's cold today. I said that already. Did I already tell you it's cold out? All right. Just want to make sure I tell you it's cold out. I'm trying to get organized today. Monday's kind of my day to do things, get things done. Paperwork wise, take out trash today. So even to take out the trash, I'm going to have to put socks on and shoes and sweats and winter coat and winter gloves and winter face mask and winter everything just to go 25 feet out in the world. So, but how are you guys doing this morning? Let me know. Is there anything our channel can do for you? Is there anything that you guys would like for me to work on and study on and do videos about or do live streams about? We are going to, what am I going to do? There you go. The big guy, good morning. Moody Monday morning. It is a cold Monday morning, let me tell you that. Man, it's a cold Monday morning. The dogs aren't happy because it's so cold. Nisha, good morning to you. Hello from Nisha. Nisha, thank you for being here. Doing good. It is cold out. It is 16 degrees. So we're doing cold. Cold, cold, cold. The big guy, the man, the myth, the legend. How are things in the land of California? It is 2025, my friend. We are excited about 2025. I don't know if anybody else is. Maybe it's just because the last few years has been so rough. We're kind of excited about 2025. I don't know if anybody else is, but we are. And there's a couple reasons we're excited. It's pretty cold, 16. I am, I know. You are? Well, John, why are you excited about 2025? Michael, how are you? How are the day? The day is good. It's cold out, if you haven't quite figured that part out. It is very cold. And got a little bit of snow on the ground. The dogs don't want to go outside because it's so cold. Their little butts freeze. They're low to the ground anyway. So when it's really cold, but we're doing all right. All right. So what I'm going to do today, and thanks for asking, Nisha, is one, I got to go through our mail. So I'm working on mail today. I also got to get dressed up in my finest winter attire and take the trash out because it's Monday where I'm at, and trash comes on Tuesday morning. So we have to have the trash out on Monday. And then I got Lorelai works today. She's still sleeping. And then I'm going to do a live stream later tonight. And then I'm working on setting up a StreamYard live stream for Thursday night at 7, like I used to do. I used to do a lot of live streams through StreamYard on Thursdays, and I'm going to go back to doing those. And I need to work on cleaning up the kitchen some. I think the country will do better. I'll be 62 June the 27th. I know. Well, look, I think the country's going to do much better. I don't know. I just got a feeling that this year it's not going to, be like rainbows and puppy dogs and everybody's going to all of a sudden get a check for $1 million in the mail. You know what I mean? I don't think that. But I think we're not going to be as stressed as Americans. I think we're not going to be on edge about all the wokeness. I think being woke is dying and dying fast and hard. So I don't think we have to worry about who we say hello, yes ma'am, no ma'am to anymore, which I think will reduce people's stress level. I think people will have more money in their pocket this year. I think the economy will continue to improve. I hope mortgage rates, interest rates keep plummeting because they need to plummet way further down than they are. Us personally, we have our dogs, and we spent over $12,000 taking care of our dogs in 2024 because of the car accident and because of Daisy's heart failure and everything. So it's not a gigantic stretch for us to do better. If we don't have to pay out that kind of medical bills for the dogs, then there's a really good chance we will financially do better. And that's kind of where I'm at and what I'm hoping for us. So they woken up, life is good. Right. I do think the wokeness is kind of dying, kind of like, the hippie vibe. I do. I think it's ran its course, and I think Americans and people in general just don't want to be scolded about being polite to people, because that's one of the weirdest things. You go somewhere and you say thank you, ma'am, and they get mad at you for saying thank you, ma'am. Well, I could have said thank you, jerk off, but so I do think some of that's going away. Dennis, long live the woke. Get on the woke train. Woohoo! What would the whistle of the woke train sound like? And what color would the woke train be? So, because I really do. I think the tide is turning where people are not going to be on eggshells about the person standing in front of you and what do you call them. And I'm going to encourage people to go back to saying, if you want to say yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, whatever, go ahead and do it. Sounds like a little bitch. A whiny little bitch. You should have put a whining one in there, Dennis. But, so I think that's going to improve, which I think is going to make America better. And I think the economy is going to get better. I think because look, whether you're Republican or Democrat, and I know we don't talk politics on this channel, but even the Democrats really couldn't believe that America was going strong and the economy was good. I mean, I really can't believe even the Democrats couldn't sit back and go, man, this is good. $5, no, we paid $6 for a dozen eggs. Yeah, this is good. I just can't believe they're that naive or stupid, to think paying $4 a gallon for gas in America. I know everybody else pays more. You know what I mean? So I just got a feeling it's going to get better. I'm very excited about this year for some reason. I'm hoping I can lose weight, more weight. I've lost about 30 pounds. So I'm very happy about that, but I am very excited that we can do that. I'm hoping my dog lives. So I know we've been stressing over Daisy and Lily both this year. Lily got hit by the car. Now she has a crippled foot forever. McDonald's give purple girl coffee cups. I still drink the coffee. There you go. Well, I don't mind the color purple. I guess if they gave me a purple mug, I would still drink the coffee too, but I don't know. What I don't understand is I'm going to start doing StreamYards again on Thursday nights. So, well, that's not what I don't understand. I understand that. But what I don't understand is, look, I don't know. If you make a decent product, right? If you make a product that somebody needs to buy, no matter who they sleep with or what they believe, they're going to buy your product. I don't think you have to kiss the butt of every living person on the planet that's confused about things in order to sell coffee. Because the question comes in, is it corporate greed? Is it what is it? I don't know. Or, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Are they really saying, man, no, we really deeply care about how our customer feels? No, I don't think they do. I don't think John Deere, Harley Davidson, McDonald's, Burger King really gives a crap how I feel. They just want me to buy their crappy products. So Buttercup, so much snow for Buttercup today. Yes, I know. Oops. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow. Okay, sorry. I'm typing the title for Thursday night StreamYard. Yeah, maybe John, maybe I could kind of see that. So to make them submissive. See, I think it's a little deeper than that. Yeah, fall in line the sheep, yes. But, right, programming, I like that better. Because I think a lot of it is to feed into delusions or tell them, hey, we can reprogram you to however you want to be. And that's okay. But it's not okay to reprogram people. Just let people be people. So, and the real question is, well, what do you get out of it? You get sheep. Right? That's what I think. I'm setting up my StreamYard for 7 p.m. on this coming Thursday night. We're supposed to have snow Thursday night. There we go. But I don't know when responsibility has gone out the door. instead of feeding into people's delusions about whatever it is, even me, you can say I'm delusional, right? So let's say I'm delusional, which is not a far stretch. Why would you feed into my delusions? Why would you not want to help me not be delusional? Why would we not want people to say, so I don't know. All right. So we got StreamYard all set up for Thursday night, by the way. I'm going to program you guys all to join me on Thursday night for StreamYard. I hope, though, because what a lot of people don't realize is, and I try to explain this to people sometimes, is if we don't teach each other how to think for themselves, what are they going to do when I quit thinking for you, right? What if one day I wake up and I say, you know what? All of my followers, all of my sheep, I'm going to take my dog and I'm going to go home. And I'm no longer going to, be here for you to follow. What's going to happen then? What is going to happen then? And that's what we have to worry about, I think. And I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I think that's a big possibility. I mean, I'm happy to be the leader of the sheep, but someday I'm going to turn you loose. I'm going to turn you guys loose on yourselves, and there's no one to lead us. So, are we saying, John, that we're all sheep, we're all being programmed? So do we think, who's behind the programming as we know it today? That's a question. Who's behind the programming that we know today, as we know it today? Is it me? Am I behind the programming? I mean, I get accused of a lot of things on YouTube. I do. I get accused of all kinds of things. Not financially supporting people, not giving them my money, not making them feel good about being whatever they are. So I've gotten a lot of the ship will holler and just say, yes, So, I mean, I get blamed for a lot. So can I be in charge of the dysfunction? And I like it. I am surprised how many people, I don't know. 10 people watching. Thank you all for being here. You guys in the background, come forward, drop us a chat. If you're new in the background, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. But let us know who's here. And just a big announcement, we're going to do new StreamYards every Thursday nights again. I'm going to get back into doing it on a Thursday night. That's the only one StreamYard on Thursday night. Wait until January 20th, those woke, yes. Oh, they are. They're already bitching and crying and like little baby bitches. And we've talked about this a tiny bit. Here's the things that bothers me about that. When non-woke people, let's just say it that way, that category, when we lost the election, we were not happy about it, but we sucked it up and dealt with it. These people are such crybabies that they're taking it to such of an extreme that it's unbelievable. And I guess that's okay. And I know everybody says, when Trump lost the first time, he took it to extremes because he lost and wouldn't admit it. Well, but he got cheated out of it. Big difference between getting your ass spanked and getting cheated. So, MK Alter, whoever tells Biden what to do. Yeah, yeah. Well, Biden's not in charge of the presidency. Hasn't been for about 2 years. Wigging out, yeah. Sadly, we don't know who is. The one thing I will say this, I'm having some cough drop this morning. You know what I'm most happy about the election being over with? And this is the honest to God truth. I don't have to see is her name Camilla? The vice president girl? I don't have to see her stupid face trying to talk on TV or in commercials. I mean it. They could have picked a dog to do a better job than she does on the camera. You know, so I'm very happy about that. Very happy about that. But so what's our mission for the year? What are we going to do for the year? I'm still trying to figure that out. How am I going to better myself for this year? How do I better the big guy? How do I better Dennis for the year? Should I be worried about helping the big guy and Dennis out? Do I need to worry about other people? Do I need to worry about hurt feelings? Do I need to just push forward and keep doing what I'm doing? We had some ugliness on our live stream the other night from somebody, sent me some nasty messages afterwards. Because apparently she was extremely offended, even though she didn't say anything for a long time, that some of the beautiful, sexy Filipinas that were at my Christmas party were sexy and beautiful, and I guess she wasn't. And she thought some of their dresses was too short. Whatever. And I guess that started the catalyst of her getting kind of mad at Lorelai, and then getting mad at me. So that's okay. I don't mind that. I'm okay. I'm welcome. I'm very happy that she's no longer part of the pack. Don't have to worry about the drama. She always complained about how much we talked about Filipinas on this channel, which is strange since, what's the title of my channel? So she told us many a times, you guys talk about the Philippines too much. I'm like, well, that is kind of what we do here. Shorter and better. Shorter and better. Yes, it. So very happy. We've kind of, we've done some good things. I'm excited. I don't know. I mean, we got, to be honest, look, and I don't throw out names too much, but we got rid of Jack last year, who was a negative on my channel. Diana's gone. Too much drama there. Vincent's gone. He hasn't showed back up since I laid into him after criticizing my wife. So I'm excited. Skirt's optional. Well, that was my thought, Dennis. I don't know what the... Even my wife, you know how Filipinos are jealous. She's like, she was offended that that person was criticizing her, Lorelai, because her Filipino friends were here wearing short dresses. Lorelai said, well, sorry, we can't help the fact that we're pretty and have sexy bodies and you're old and fat. It's not their fault. And thongs preferred. I gotta make sure my wife is asleep. Don't bother with the thongs. That's what I prefer. Underwear is optional. I don't think girls ought to wear underwear. Gotta make sure my wife is asleep or I'll get slapped. Oh, that was Diana. Diana's really mad at us. And so we had to part ways with Diana. And if you didn't know, she's started off the other day really kind of talking to Lorelai about the girls at the party, the Christmas party, remember, which was December the 14th, and we're already into January. So it's kind of way behind. And she likes to criticize She was at the party. She came. She came from Oklahoma to the party, Dennis. But apparently, weeks and weeks later, she was offended because the girls that were here were wearing short dresses. Because that's what she said on the live stream. And Lorelai was really confused. I even asked Lorelai one time, was somebody here not dressed appropriately? I thought everybody here was dressed appropriately. I can't. Sorry that, well, and I don't mind looking at good-looking women. I don't know what the problem is. So she was, I guess, miffed about that for some reason. And maybe she was miffed that Henry kind of blew her off, but, and what else is, something gets under her her bonnet. And I know she told Lorelai one time when they were chatting that I must hate American women because I married a Filipina, and that offended Lorelai, but Lorelai just brushed it off. And there's other times that she bitched about our channel being too pro-Filipino, which, But she got on a bug the other day where she wanted to criticize education. Anybody who wanted an education or wanted to learn, she thought was stupid. So I basically reversed that process and said, well, I think people who want to learn and want to go to class, because I taught college for 25 years, and I think education is fine. You don't got to have a degree, but education's fine. It's actually the smarter people because they recognize they don't know. So I don't know what bug was up her butt, but I decided, Lorelai and I talked about it, and we've removed her like Jack. We've jacked her. We sent her away like Jack. And we're very happy about that now because there's a lot of times Lorelai and I talked that we felt like we were trying to be on eggshells with her a little bit too much. And as you guys all know, this is my channel. I get to say what I want. If you don't like it, just don't tune in. But, so it's all good. It's just weird how. So that's just weird. Weird. But we're okay with it. Yeah, I know, Dennis. Crack the egg, yeah. So we'll see if how this year goes. We're excited to grow our channel, to become better YouTubers. I'm going to try to work on being a better YouTuber. I don't know how. But we get a lot of craziness, and that's okay. I don't mind the craziness. But one thing I've learned, and I was talking to somebody on the phone the other day who called me. And why I bring this up, because I was just talking to them about their YouTube channel. They got a small channel, and he called me and said, hey, can you give me some advice? And I'm like, sure. Don't eat yellow snow. Make sure your shoes are tied, And he's like, no, you butthead, about YouTube. And I said, yeah, just know this. You're going to have a lot of people hate you. You're going to have a lot of people like you. Just take it with a grain of salt and keep moving and going. And that's kind of the way we're going to really look hard this year. We, about everything, about the past. Daisy, our dog, is doing somewhat better, and we're happy about that if that continues. So we're going to start moving forward. This year, we're going to try to be more active. We're going to try to be better organized. We're going to try to move to Alabama. We're going to try. We're going to try to do a lot of things. Lorelai's going to try to get a raise. Lorelai's going to hate me because at some point I'm going to move her away from her high-paying job. We're just going to try and keep trying and keep doing. In every aspect of our life is all we can do. We still got some single Filipina friends who may not be the prettiest girls, but they're good women, so we're still going to try to help them find men. We're going to still be working on school supplies coming up in the spring for kids in the Philippines. We hope to buy enough school supplies for 100 children. We're working on that. We're not ready to fundraise for that, but we're laying the groundwork. We're doing the homework. So we feel good about this year. I don't know about anybody else, but we feel really good about this year. I don't know if we'll get to take any real trips because of finances and our dogs, but we're going to let people crack, so to speak, Dennis. If their egg cracks, then it cracks. It's okay. We're not going to coddle. I'm not going to do a whole lot of coddling. I am. But then what I don't understand, why everybody gets so pissed off at each other on YouTube. I know I heard stories of the day that, you know, other people that we know are all kind of bent out of shape at each other for some reason, and I'm just like, whatever. I don't get it. I don't. We don't get mad when other YouTubers until other people go off the deep end. So you got to do a lot to get booted out of our world. I mean, look, we put up Jack for months, trying to teach him and train him and help him, and didn't go anywhere. We felt like we did that with Diana. I didn't do that with Vincent. I just laid in his kangaroo eating ass. But as we grow, we get exposed to more and more people, and more people like us, and more people don't like us. So I told the guy that. I said, you just got to be prepared that not everybody's going to like you. And you have to accept that. And you have to be willing to take that. But Dennis, John, part of what I think might be fun this year is I feel like I guess maybe I'm happy that my dog is doing better. That I don't no longer feel like I'm on deathbed watch with my dog. That now I want to go poke the bear. I feel like I want to poke the bear, but I don't know which bear to poke. I feel like maybe I want to stir up a little trouble. I would like to, does anybody have a suggestion for a bear to poke? Or how to poke the bear? So, I don't know. I think it might be kind of fun. Yogi the bear? Well, Yogi Bear is a good guy. Yogi Bear is a good guy. I don't know. Do you ever get in that mood where you go, I think I just, and I see people online that come in our live stream trying to get a reaction out of people all the time, which is fine. I think that's perfectly fine to do. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great to do. But sometimes I think I want to do that. I want to be an agitator. Should I be an agitator? Would I be a good agitator? Or should I just continue to be me? Or maybe is me already an agitator? Thinking of an agitation, I got to clean out the garage this spring. Man, we have so much more Christmas crap. We bought a whole bunch of tubs to reorganize it in. But I got to get out there when the weather's above 70 and clean out that damn garage. I want a volunteer who's going to come and do it. A rebel rouser. That's it. Yeah. I just don't know. It's interesting. I think, I know Dennis likes to be a little bit of an agitator, which I think is good. I know Kiko likes to be an agitator. I think Craig, who's a good guy, likes to poke the bear a little bit. And John pokes the bear a little bit. But I don't know if I poke the bear. Do I ever poke the bear? Or do I just stab the bear in the heart? Because that's what Lorelai told me that the other day, and I got thinking about this. Because I was asking her, hey, do you think I poked the bear? This is after that Diana garbage, and she's like, poke the bear? So I had to explain to her what that meant. And she's like, no, I don't think you poke the bear. I think you usually just stab him in the heart. And I'm like, well, okay. So should I be better at subtlety? I don't know. I don't know. Some of you guys are really good at it. I'm not very good at it, I don't think. And we had our first encounter of some Karens at Walmart, a Karen and a Darren, the other day. That was our first Karen and Darren sighting of the new year. And that was always fun, of course. I thought Lorelei was going to lay the smackdown on them. I thought it was funny. And I tell people this, that if you ever get into a physical confrontation, the person that's speaking the loudest is not the one that you have to worry about. The one running their mouth, peacocking up and down the aisle, is not a threat. The threat is the quiet one, you know. But, so we did have our first Karen and Darren experience this year already. And I'm hoping that will be our last one because I don't like the Karens and Darrens. So, I'm getting ready to make a couple more videos. I got to work on my video stuff. Now that Christmas is over, thank God. I felt like I was a prisoner in my house. I felt like with all the Christmas decorations, I was a prisoner in my house. That I was being trapped by the Santas. I was being trapped by the Christmas lights. I was being trapped by the Christmas tree. It's like everywhere there's happiness and glitter and sparkly crap, you know. So now, all of that's gone, so maybe I can get back to being a rebel rouser, or try to be a rebel rouser. Have I ever been a rebel rouser? But I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm just excited about this year. I don't know why, to be honest, I'm so excited. I guess maybe the last 3 years have sucked so bad, I think, here in the United States, that maybe I'm just happy that maybe it's not going to suck so bad. You know, maybe I'm being optimistic that it's just not going to suck so bad. I don't know why I'm happy about this year coming on. Is it the election? Did the election do it for us? You know, I mean, gas prices went back up 35 cents in the last week, so they didn't stay down very long. You know, we paid almost $7 for 18 eggs the other day, so eggs prices aren't down, which should have ran you, what, $1? So 18 eggs should cost you, what, $1? And I don't understand that. And I wish somebody ought to do a YouTube channel explaining why eggs cost $7 for 18 of them. You know, that's what somebody ought to do. How much is that? Does anybody know? Let me pull up a calculator. So we paid, we're just going to round it up to $7. 7 divided by 18. We paid, is that right? Oh, no, that was 77. Sorry. I can't type correctly. So we paid 38 cents a freaking egg. Before the Democrats came in office, before Biden became in office, we paid 42 cents. I remember this, 42 or 44 cents, because we left for the Philippines for a dozen of eggs. And now we're paying 38 cents an egg. Why does an egg cost 38 cents? Did the chicken ask for more wages? Why is the chicken asking for higher wages? You know, what union does the chicken work for? You know, is there a chicken union? Do they need better health insurance? You know? Is it the gasoline? You know, the diesel fuel? It's because the chickens are being choked. There is a lot of chicken chokers out there. But seriously, why in the hell does 18 eggs cost $7? And now we have to buy eggs. Not that Lorelei and I eat eggs, but Lorelei likes to give them to our dogs. So my dogs get 30. Man, my dogs eat better than we do. It's the crooks in charge. It is. It is. So the real question will be, and what we need to watch. And here's going to be the proof in the pudding, everybody. Today, eggs are $7 for 18 at Walmart. In 6 months, if I go back to Walmart to buy 18 more eggs and the price has dramatically dropped, then we're going to know what the problem was. We're going to know that is a bunch of bullshit. That there's no reason for those eggs except for, the crooks being in charge. We're going to know that. And I mean that. I mean, I know they want to reset the price. I know what they do. And we all know this, right? So this thing costs $1. I don't know if you can see it. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. It costs $1. They jack it up to $1.98. Then they lower it down to $1.79. And then we think we got a deal at $1.79. Good morning to Out and About with Evan D. How are you, my friend? Good morning to you. How's the weather? I know your weather is cold and snowy, but how is your weather, my friend? Thank you for being here. So, but that's going to be the honest God truth. We pay $7 for 18 eggs, and in 6 months, if those eggs cost a whole lot less, then we're going to know where the problem lied, and we're going to know that is a bunch of garbage. And I think exposing the truth will be the key. And that's what I mean. I wish people could expose the truth, or more, like Craig says. Craig is big on, Craig Parrish from Australia, if you don't know. He's really big on saying, we're all delusional. The truth is, and now maybe we don't know what the truth is, but it is being hid. Out and About, got 4 inches of snow. We just got a light dusting here. We didn't get anything real, well, it made the grass look whitish. That's about it. So we got our good friend from a foreign country saying hello to you. Thank you for being here. And hello to you. Thank you for being here. It looks like he has a game controller and a basketball that he's sharing. Nice. Thank you for coming in. We usually only speak English, because I am in America. And that's about the only thing I barely know. So if you keep typing in English, you'll be doing great. But I don't know what your name is my point. If you want to give yourself a simple Americanish name, or English word name, or just call yourself basketball, that's fine. Big John speaks coffee. I've been really disappointed in coffee. So I started trying to have more coffee, and I suck at making my own coffee, so I gave up. I don't like to drink the Filipino coffee, the 3-in-1s anymore, because it upsets my stomach unless I drink it all the time, and I don't want to drink it all the time because it's nothing but sugar. I'm trying to be a little healthier, I drink green tea, so just boiled simple green tea, and Japanese or Chinese green tea, whatever you want to call it. 10 people watching. You guys, thank you all for the thumbs ups. If you're in the background, come forward and let us know how your day is going. So, a lot more water. We've cut out the sodas again. We had soda over Christmas. We got back on that kick. But now we're back to just drinking water and my morning juice. And when the weather gets a little nicer, I'll go back to drinking, a little V8 juice because I like that. No problem. I only want to hear English and learn things. Well, we're happy for that to be here. We're happy you're here. Well, you're typing as well. So let me ask you this. Is there anything particular, a word or a phrase or a subject matter that you would like to hear or know about in English? Joe and Jenny, Journey is in the house. Joe, how are you? Good morning. Plus a lot of weight gain. It does. Unless you're Filipino and you're living in 100 degrees weather and sweating like a pig and doing manual labor all the time, that 3-in-1 coffee tastes good, but it's no good for you. So I quit drinking it. I still like the taste, but what I found is, man, it makes me sick if I haven't had one in a long time and I take one. Ugh. But if I keep drinking them, then I'm okay for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. But you're right. A lot of weight gain. I'm down 30 or 32 pounds, maybe more, around 30 or 32 pounds in the last 6 months. So I'm very happy about that. My legs aren't any better for exercise-wise, but I'm going to try to get more exercise. So we're not drinking the 3-in-1. We're not drinking soda anymore. Snow-covered ground. Joe has snow-covered ground in his part of the land of Missouri. We have snow on the ground here too, just the grass. The roads have a little bit of snow here and there, but nothing major. A light dusting on the grass. The I can still see my brown, but I think we're supposed to be getting some more snow later this week, Joe. I'm sure your part of the country will get it too if we get it. So, I just looking at Facebook. John Baker. I just saw Game Time with the Kid. Wow. John, I liked your fireplace. Your wife did a really good job on your Christmas fireplace, by the way, John. Damn. Don't tell my wife I said your wife did a good job because my wife will be jealous. A little more than a dusting up there. Okay. I started food grade. I started food grade drinking as oxygen in the what? I started food grade drinking. It's plus oxygen in the blood, puts oxygen, hydrogen peroxide. People give it. Okay, Jan, you're gonna have to explain that better. Give me different details or something because I really want to know what you're talking about. I just need to understand it better. Rustin is in the house. Rustin, are you home today? I guess you probably are. Good morning to you. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. So, yeah, looks good, John. But I think they're saying we may get an inch of snow on Thursday here. I don't know what the weather is right now. Yeah, Rustin is in school, and he has a snow day today, so he's not going to school. So, Rustin, here's what I want you to do. I want you to clean your room. Understand? I want you to get all the trash taken out in the house since you're not going to school today. And then I want you to read 2 books today. No internet, no games, study and clean since you didn't go to school. All right? That's what I want you to do, my friend. This snow day. I drink food grade hydrogen peroxide. Okay, I didn't know they had a food grade. I'm going to look that up because I find it interesting. Because we used hydrogen peroxide in the chemistry lab all my life when I taught for different experiments. And I just did not know that they made that. So I'm going to Google that later, John, because I didn't know there was such a thing as food grade. I know it can be used as a food additive, but maybe that's what you mean by food grade. But are we saying, Rustin says, okay. Nah, Rustin, you do whatever you want, man. It's your snow day. You just kick back and enjoy the weather and have a good time. No. So I didn't know there. So is it a drink that you just suck down? You know, is it like an energy drink? Or is you add it to food? Because hydrogen peroxide can be a poison. We know that's right. Or a toxin. Sorry, not a poison. I'm looking at it, John. Food grade hydrogen peroxide, best food grade. The 1-minute cure. Well, you got to be a little suspicious if it says it's a 1-minute cure. Go outside and play in the snow, Rustin. Yeah, do that. You're still a kid. Because trust me. So, John, let me ask. I see that there's the 3%, and then, of course, the 12%, which is can be dangerous. So, which percentage are you doing, John? Because now I'm very, very, very interested. Surprise. Okay, but which percentage? Are you taking the 3? So I'm really curious because 3% hydrogen peroxide is what we used to put on cuts. John Basil's in the house. Everybody say hello to, damn, John. John Basil's in the house. Everybody say hello to John. Thank you, John, for being here. Good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up. The big guy, John, 12%? Really? Wow. I'm going to study this some more, John. I don't have an answer for you from my perspective yet, but I don't know enough about it. I find it interesting. We used hydrogen peroxide in the chemistry lab a lot for different experiments. So I'll have to study that before I'm comfortable sucking down hydrogen peroxide. I don't, what, do you know what literature or resource? I need to study that guy's, Dr. Ken Berry more. I wanted to watch Dr. Ken Berry's YouTube channel some more. That's one of my goals for this year, to be honest, is to watch Dr. Ken Berry. I don't know if you guys know him. I think some of you guys do. I think his name's Ken Berry, right? Is that right, everybody? Yeah, it's super cheap. I get that. But yeah, 12% is actually, when we used it in the chemistry labs, I had to put special protocols in for mixing 12% hydrogen peroxide because it's so dangerous. 3% is not dangerous at all if you get it spilled on you. If you spill 12% on it, it can actually burn your skin. So we had to put protocols in place, safety protocols for my folks. And there's times that we wouldn't order anything above 12. 12 was the max because you could get 40% hydrogen peroxide. That was really dangerous, and we wouldn't even allow that in the chemistry lab. So it's interesting, but we'll see. See? We should rename this the Learning Channel. Because John Basil, who's new in the house, thank you for being here. We just learned something new. Dennis says, Doc Ken Berry, go to the guy, and his wife is on. Well, I guess that's what's important, Dennis. All right, now you got me curious. My wife is asleep, so I can Google this. Dr. Ken Berry, wife. Let me see what his wife looks like. Nisha. Her name is Nisha. Nisha, and they have a son and a daughter. They live on a farm in Holiday, Tennessee. Wow. Does he have a book? Maybe I can read his book. I do better versus watching videos. I do better by reading books. Is that kind of weird? Maybe he has a book on audio. I watch videos, but I don't like to study watching videos. I like to study. Yeah, she's cute. I don't know if she's hot. I mean, it's Tennessee, so maybe a little warm there. But she's definitely, like people say, you wouldn't kick her out of the bed for dropping breadcrumbs. You guys remember that saying, or am I old? You got the book, The 1 Minute Cure? 1 Minute Cure. Lies My Doctors Told Me is a great book. Oh, all right. Let me write that down too. Because I really do like to read books. I really do. I don't know, maybe that's just me being old or me, I don't know. But I prefer to, I don't know. I like to read books. Look, Dennis, I'm still rereading this one. And I've been telling, I give a lot of advice on my YouTube channel. I get a lot of questions. People ask me a lot of questions. And when they seem to be perplexed or having moral issues or things, I'm actually referring this to them, Dennis. So I've read this thing 3 times now, and I'm rereading it, and I keep it here, and I read a little bit here and there. So let me encourage everybody to read this. Thanks, Dennis, for recommending it. I'm not perfect in it by any stretch, but I'm telling you, I think this simple thing can help you individually. So thanks for that, Dennis. I've not had cousin only when she's standing in the sun. What? What are you talking about, John? Let me get back to the big words. I have not cousin only when she's standing in the sun. Oh, a hot cousin only when she's standing in the sun. I got you, John. You silly Billy. You silly Billy. You got a hot cousin only when she's standing in the sun. I'm going to send that to your cousin and see what she says. Good referral. Yep, I have it on my. Me too. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. I keep it in the bathroom a lot. Because when I'm in the bath, I think this is a great bathroom book. So I leave it in the bathroom and pick it up and read parts of it from time to time. And I make notes and scribbles and keep a pen with it. So this has been, a lot of people refer books to me, but this is one that I've actually really appreciated. And let me tell you, I think people like Jack, Tony, Kiko, Craig, myself, John, Joe, John, Paul, Mary, Harry, Larry, Terry, and Carrie could all benefit from reading this book. So I'm telling you, I tell a lot of people go read that book. And it's not a very big book, and it's not very expensive. The Study Room, yes. Isn't that weird? You know, but that's what I do. I haven't decided to get into audiobooks or not. You know, I have Prime, so I can have access to audiobooks. My brother is a big audiobook guy, but he's on the road. He's a salesperson in Dallas. So he drives a couple hundred miles a day. This is what he does. You know, his company has offices and he's on the road a lot. He's like, all he does is listen to ebooks in his car. But I've never really gotten into ebooks, but I'm starting to think maybe I ought to try listening to ebooks. I'm gonna get one. There's some free ones on Amazon Prime, right? So I'm gonna find a free one and see if I can pay attention to an ebook, if I can get into the ebook thing. My parents used to say, "Where John is? He's in the bathroom reading a book." There you go. So it's a good place, right? I mean, in our guest bathroom, we used to keep funny books in there. But then I kind of thought about it from a hygienic standpoint when I was doing safety stuff in the microbiology lab. I was thinking, I don't know if this is so smart to have a book that's made of funny jokes for people to thumb through when they're going to the bathroom. You know what I mean? So that the next person that comes into the bathroom picks up the same book and does the same thing. You know, I told Lorelai years ago, I said, I think we ought to remove those. Let me Lysol them and remove them from the public restroom because I don't know if that's such of a good thing. The Quiet Place. It's a good movie. You know, I saw Quiet Place 2, and I saw Quiet Place the day one, and it sucked. So, but let me see if I can find those books. I need books. I'm just saying. 1 Minute Cure, John is recommending. There's a book called The 1 Minute Manager. Or how about The 1 Minute Husband? Maybe we can write a book about the 1 Minute Husband. I was on ebook for a limited time for $0, 99 cents. Usually 18 bucks. It's on sale for $20. You can earn 18 points if you buy it. If you have a Kindle, it's only $8.99. I don't have a Kindle. Should I get a Kindle? Does anybody have a Kindle? Let me ask you this. Does anybody have a Kindle, an e-reader? I really don't know that much about them. I've never had one. Is it something I should look into versus reading a book? You know, I mean, I like books because I can scribble in there and I can make notes. You know what I mean? I like to be able to take my own notes. Conan, why do you have so few viewers? Because you're not here yet. That's why. But now that you're here, man, we've made it. We made the big time because we have you here. Two-legged. Dennis, I have a Kindle. All right. A two-legged Kindle. Kindle. So, Conan, I have no viewers because nobody likes me. Because I'm not a pretty woman. I'm not a pretty woman. That's why. Nobody likes me. That's it. They only come to my channel to tell me how much they envy me. The big guy, hi, like my books. Kindle versus Kindle. That's right. Kindle. The two-legged kind is better. Just saying. All right, so we found John's book, The 1 Minute Cure. And remember, everybody, we're going to do a live stream Thursday night. We're going to do a bunch of our regular pop-up live streams, but we're going to go back to doing Thursday night live streams also with StreamYard. Lies my doctor told you. I would prefer the two-legged kind, not doctor. Oh, so this one is by Dr. Ken Berry. Okay. Once again, it's only 99 cents on an ebook, which is very attractive to me because I'm poor. You're very funny. Well, I'm not funny. I'm just honest, and I may be funny looking. Lies my doctor told me, second edition, medical myths that can harm your health. All right, well, I'm definitely going to order that one because I wanted to learn more about Ken Berry, Dr. Ken Berry. I don't know enough to say yay, but I hear so many good things about that. How much is the regular book? List price is $30. It's on sale for $18.78. Dennis, let me ask you, whoever has read the book, which is Dennis, I know, or John, maybe it's John. Somebody's read this book. Should I buy the hard copy or not? Should I buy the book so I can write notes in it? Is it worth writing notes in it? I mean, if you have it, is that the type of book you would do? Or is it just something you read? If you lose power, you lose books. Ooh, that's a good point. If you have no power, you have no books. When it comes to the ebooks, the e-readers, that's a good point. Dennis, I approve, so take Dr. Berry to the bank. Okay, all right, well, look, and I'm going to look at John's book too, but I may do that one as a test e-reader or audiobook. I might try John's suggestion as an audiobook. But John, and this is no offense to you, my friend, but since Dennis already did a really good job recommending this book, and I have it in my hand, and I've recommended this to probably 200 or 300 other people already, I'm going to order the book Dennis has recommended, and I'm going to order your book as an audiobook. See, Dennis, sorry, John. I'm going to put it in my shopping cart right now. If I can figure out where the add to button is. Audiobook with membership, paperback, spiral bound. Oh, wow. All right. I found it somewhere else cheaper, but it's used. I don't like you. Okay, this is going to be a little, maybe a little of me. I don't like to read other people's books. I don't want used books. I know this sounds crappy of me, or doesn't. What do you guys think? I don't want to buy a used book. I had to buy them in college, to be able to afford to go to college, buy used books. But I don't like it. So I can get a used one for $10 cheaper. But I think I'm going to stick with the non-used version. And it's 37% off on Amazon right now. So I'm going to add that to my shopping cart. All right. So I've done that. Daryl Lynn's in the house is laughing at us. I'm like, man, you people are crazy. What in the hell kind of crazy live stream is this? Been watching Health YTers for 5 years and common sense is BS. Yes. Oh, not common. Yeah. Well, yeah, I just think about, maybe this is bad. I just think about when I see used books and how people, they got it wrong. I would look at textbooks used and go, what idiot owned this book before me? This is not right. What your note here is wrong. You got that wrong. That is not what that means, moron. So, that's kind of my problem, but I don't know. But then I just think about how much they snotted on it and sneezed on it, and how it laid in the mud, and how it got kicked around in their book bag, and you know. Dr. Ruth used to be a sniper. What? Dr. Ruth was funny. How was she a sniper? What do you mean by a sniper? You talking about a military sniper, or is there a different type of sniper? I know she was a lot of fun. I remember watching her when I was younger. That's funny. I don't know. Dr. Ruth used to be a sniper. Look it up. All right. I got a challenge. I got a challenge on the computer. Look it up. Dr. Ruth's history. Did you mean Dr.? Yes, I meant Dr. What did I do? Type it wrong? She was a German-American sex therapist. And you know how popular she would have been if she would have been a hot-looking German woman? My God, that woman would have raked in billions of dollars. If she'd been like a 6'1" tall, beautiful, lanky blonde chick from Germany. Woo-wee. And I think she already made money. All right, I'm reading it. So she was born in Germany to a Jewish family as the Nazis came to power. Her parents sent the 10-year-old girl to school in Switzerland for safety while they remained behind because of the old grandparents. Both were killed in concentration camps. Damn. So her parents were killed in concentration camps. She immigrated to the British-controlled Palestine, 4 feet 7 inches tall, 17 meters. She joined, and was trained as a freaking sniper. 4'7" tall, 17 years of age. She was trained as a sniper. On her 20th birthday, she was wounded in action by an exploding shell during mortar fire on the Jerusalem Jerusalem during the 1948 Israel War of Independence. Holy crap. And almost lost. That's why she walks so funny. Because her feet were damaged in the explosion. Later, she went to Paris, France, where she studied psychology, immigrated to the United States in the 56, worked as a maid to put herself through graduation school, earned a master's in arts and sociology, Columbia University in 70. She taught a number of universities and private sex therapy practices. Her media career started in 1980. Lifetime channel, wow. Wow. I didn't know all that. I have way more respect for her now than I ever did. Wow. Man. So, John, what I'm curious about is how do you know so much about Dr. Ruth? Did you have to spend a lot of time with Dr. Ruth? John, I'm just asking, it's not pointing the fingers at you or insinuating anything, John. I'm just wondering if you just happen to have to spend a lot of time with Dr. Ruth. Is Canada leader resigning today? Oh, that's a good question. Dennis, if you're still in the background, we got a Canadian question for you. Pat Riley says, good morning to you. How's the weather? How's the snow? How many inches did you get? It is like 14 freaking degrees here. It's so cold my dogs wouldn't even go outside to pee, but my dogs are fair weather animals. So, but good morning to Pat. Thank you all for being here, Pat. Thank you for the thumbs up. Everybody say hello to Pat. Pat, say hello to everybody. 12 inches of snow where he's at. I seen that last week about her. Oh, all right, John. I'm sure, John. If he doesn't, we hope lead poisoning. Oh my God. It's deep. Yes, this 12 inches is deep. Yeah, I agree with that. So this is your Canadian leader is going to resign. Is he resigning early? I haven't been keeping up with Canadian news. Let me Google. I don't even remember what the hell his name is. Canadian Prime Minister. Justin, Justin. Yeah, he resigned 17 minutes ago on MSN. It says Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has been battling waning parties' popularity, pissing off President Trump, triggered a departure. He resigned. And the deputy finance minister. He's gone. He's out of there. It says that he resigned today. Yeah, just 17 minutes ago from CNBC or who body. It says he's out. It says he's gone. It said he's no longer there. I didn't vote for president. Praise the Lord, Dennis says, from the land of Canada. That was 5 days. I'm just checking. 1 hour ago, he was set to set down. 17 minutes ago, it says he did step down. I didn't vote for president. That's okay. The big guy, thumbs up. Yep. Rustin, I'm back. I'm done cleaning my room and reading 2 books. Good job, my friend. You're going to be the shining star of your school. Because remember, yeah, he resigned, guys. You don't know which is a good or a bad president. I agree with that. There's a lot of times we don't have a clue what the person's going to really turn out to be. Any leader, any senator, any congressman, any YouTuber. I start off looking good and I may turn out to be ugly. You just don't know. I think it's all a gamble and it's a chance that you have to take. And the people in America, of course, has voted, as you know. And so now we know who the president is. He's been the president for a couple of months. The only thing I'll say, whether you like Trump or not, and I do, by the way, but I didn't dislike Biden. I just don't like the way they govern. But Biden was a decent person, back in the day. And Trump is a decent person, But what I will say about that, Pat, is I'm just very happy that somebody's running the government that we actually is supposed to be running the government. We know now who's going to be running the government. Supposedly, that's the president, right? He's supposed to be the head figure. We didn't have that for the last couple of years. Money corrupts politicians. Money corrupts everything. Look, I'm not beyond corruption. If you guys want me to be corrupted or you want to corrupt me, just throw me money. Look, I'm not high and mighty. I'm not anything special, So, whoops. No, I got to delete that. My dog is snoring. I know you guys can't hear, but my poor dog is snoring. But look, I can be corrupted. I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to being corrupted, So, come on. Look, if you guys want to super chat me, or not super chat because YouTube takes too much of the money, but if you want to throw a whole bunch of money on my PayPal account, I'll be happy to show you some skin. So, Come on, I can be corrupted. When I was growing up, I always liked the older generation's president, like Jimmy Carter, yeah, who died now. Ronald Reagan, yep. Have they laid Jimmy Carter to rest yet? I haven't been watching the news. Have they done his state funeral yet? What I would encourage, if you've never seen a presidential funeral, Thursday, if you've never seen a state funeral, a presidential funeral, watch it. I'm telling you, I think they're this coming Thursday, right? Yes. But if you've never seen a state funeral, you need to watch it. I remember watching multiple of them. It's a very unique experience that gives us an insight into the presidency. And one of the things that I always find was amazing when the living presidents show up. I just think it's a really cool thing, especially for young people that maybe are not in love with America, that don't want to support the country. Go watch a state funeral of a president being buried. I just think everybody needs to do that. Whether you liked him or not, you should watch a president being buried. It's very moving. Pat says, not for sure yet. Coffee corrupts me. I'm a mountain grown. You are. Pat, I think people want to say their last goodbyes to Jimmy Carter. Yes. Kiko is in the house. Good morning, Kiko. How are you? Happy New Year, David, Dennis, and all. It's almost Alberta cold here. I know. We have 16 degrees here. And we have just a dusting of snow on the ground, but we got more snow coming, they said Thursday or Friday. The big guy, which is John, says Trump doesn't like the flags, has to be at half-mast when he takes office. Well, will they be at half-mast on the 20th? I think half-mast is over by then, no? For the president and for Carter, I think they're over by then. Because he gets inaugurated on the 20th, and I think all that will, but, I don't know if he likes it or not, to be honest, John. I don't know. 30 days, I think. I thought it was shorter than that. The big white horse has just got finished shoveling for the third time in 12 hours. Wow. What are you shoveling, by the way? We shoveled a lot of stuff on this channel. But it's not snow. We shovel a lot of other stuff. But thank you for being here. Kiko, how was your Christmas? How was New Year's? Thank you for coming in. How cold is it and how much snow do you have, Kiko? I just finished. Okay, Pat says it's already been spring and summer. It will be a while on that. Alberta on fire. Trudeau is gone. Yes, Common Sense Yank from Dennis is saying hello to you, Kiko. That's right. Trudeau is gone, apparently 17 minutes ago, 18 minutes ago. One of the news channels announced that he has resigned his post. So he is no longer a burden on the land of Canada. But that's okay. Well, the good thing about bad weather, snowy, Christmassy weather, winter weather, every day of it means that we're one day closer to the warm spring weather that comes with the new day, so to speak. So, but the big white horse, thank you for coming in. Thank you all for the thumbs up if you haven't given us one. But exciting times. Exciting time. I'm going to Google that. Stay off the roads, party, happy people celebrating. That's it. Remember, another public service announcement, our channel will start going back and doing a StreamYard live stream on Thursday nights again like we did before. So we're going to be doing that, in addition to all of these pop-ups, random thingies I do. To play on January the 9th, yes. Yes, so this Thursday. Phone says 24 degrees. Man, it's 16 degrees here. How come you're warmer than me? That ain't cool. That's not fair. That's not fair. How long does the flag stay at half-mast? Does anybody know how long the U.S. flag stays at half-mast for the president? I'm Googling it, John, because we have a debate. "25-degree, man. Well, it better be warming up here then. No, it's 19 degrees here. Big guy says 30 days. All right. I'm trying to get a definitive answer. I'm trying to get a... I'm still trying to look up the answer. Kiko says, all the hot air you are blowing up there, 30 days. Well, come to... Oh, maybe this is the less FU from Biden, because Biden, it says, by the order of the White House, the flags to be displayed at half-staff for a period of 30 days starting January the 9th, by the order of the White House. Not from the day that he died, but from January the 9th, 30 days. That's interesting. Got remove the snowbanks before it freezes. Yep, it's 30 days by the order of the White House starting January the 9th, not the day that the guy died. So maybe that's the White House's last, thumbs up to Trump. That's funny. There's a difference between, did you guys know this? I didn't know this. And I better read this. So this makes sense. Did you know and I know some of you guys do. If Ronald was in here, he would know this. There's a difference between half-mast, and half-staff. Does anybody know the difference? Well, half-mast is ships and naval stations. On shore, flags are flown at half-staff. So there you go. So it does say in the history, Dwight Eisenhower also issued a proclamation on the proper times for flag flying at half-staff when a government official dies. 30 days, 10 days, only 10 days for a vice president. Did you know that? And I guess that's part of what the White House has done. It's supposed to be 30 days. So it is supposed to be 30 days. But I guess they can move it a little bit. So they can move it around a tiny bit when the 30 days starts. Because technically, a lot of people around here lowered their flags at half-staff Monday after his death. So it will be on half-staff for a very long time, for longer than 30 days. So, but anyway, either here or there, right? Ronald Reagan, I liked his funeral. I saw it. I didn't know that. Yeah. I always shovel while it snows during the heavy snow, but by the time it finishes, I just have to do some light work. It's easier for a poor guy with a bad back. Yes. Did you know shoveling snow is the most common form for old fat guys like us, or like me, I don't know how fat you are, to die of heart attacks shoveling snow? More men die of heart attacks shoveling snow than they do dating a young Filipina. At our age, half and full are pretty much the same. At our age, half and full aren't saying much. It isn't. At your age, I don't know about why you mean your age. I mean, some of us, huh. But yes. And remember, Kiko, they have little blue pills for that now that you can get online really cheap. I think maybe they're purple pills now, but you can get them on sale on the Chinese websites if you need those. But yeah, that's interesting. So it is interesting. But the other good thing about I don't think Trump is planning on throwing a big inauguration party. He didn't do it the last time. Last time he said they didn't want to waste all of that government money throwing a freaking party. I bounce between 160 and 185 at 6'2". Wow. So you bounce around 25 pounds, John? Jesus. Why do you bounce that much? The only thing I got to bounce is about 130 pounds, maybe 135. I don't know. Got to make sure my wife is not awake because I think she weighs about 130. So she's the only thing. 130 is about what I'm bouncing, but I don't know what her weight is. Is 130 a lot for a little Filipina? I don't know. So maybe John has two Filipinos, one that weigh 160 and one that weigh 185. I bounce between, Ron Reagan used mystics to find missing soldiers and plan. I agree, he did. Ronald was a little bit out there. You got to respect him for it. Jimmy Carter saw a UFO. President Clinton saw a UFO. I mean, they're out there. They're human. It depends on how much protein I consume. There you go. Oh, I see. So you're calling, well, I don't know if I would consider my wife protein or not. I thought you were talking about your wife, bouncing your wife, but that's okay. I don't fluctuate except for up or down. I fluctuate due to water gain due to my heart failure. So I know that if I'm up about 4 or 5 pounds, I better start taking some extra water pills. But I take a water pill every other day to try to maintain it because my feet don't swell, my heart swells. Big White Horse says, I could go to 205 all muscle. Nice, nice. Well, that's what I tell people. Look, I may look fat, but what you don't understand, it's all muscle under this. All of this, nothing but muscle under it. So don't, underestimate me. I just lay. My bed wife feeds me grapes. I just lay in bed and the wife feeds me grapes. That's a good wife. That's a good wife. John, that's a very good wife, my friend. You can't beat that if that happens. I think you and I are lucky we do have good wives. I don't know if I believe that she feeds you grapes, but maybe raisins, It's hard to find good grapes around here. We had a hell of a time finding 13 round fruits. It's what I tell Lorelai. I hate having to try to find 13 round fruits in the dead of winter in Arkansas. You know how hard it is? And then you got to eat them really fast because they go bad. We bought a thing of freaking strawberries, right? And we got like 5 strawberries out of the whole container because the time we got to eat them the next day, New Year's Day, most of them were growing mold already. Kiko, it's all jaw muscle. Hey, all jaw muscle. That's right. Yep. And the easiest way to do that is laying on your back. That way you don't got to bend like this, or prop up with pillows. You don't got to use pillows. The Big White Horse says, I hate muscles being tense all the time. I agree. You can't tell, but mine are Ripley. I mean, mine are gigantic and, well-defined. And, man, I look like, Arnold Schwarzenegger under all of this fat. So you just can't tell it. I don't want to shame others. So I keep my muscles to myself. I don't want to give you guys a complex, but yes. Ah, you use a back roller. Ah, for her or you. It does something to the psyche, yes. I actually prefer pillows and then kneeling on my knees. This is what I prefer, so I can rest on the bed. That's what I prefer. So, someday, when I'm dead, I'll be skinny. But, I've looked like this all my life. But I would like to get another 20 pounds off. I'm down about 30, 34 pounds in the last 6 months. So this spring, if I can get another, 20, I'd be really happy. Mine are buried under there somewhere. See? You know what I mean, Kiko. Mine are there. I just don't want to show them with you guys because I don't want to make you jealous. That's the way it goes to be. Hey, Kiko. All right, Kiko. That's just the way it is. So, hey, Kiko, how's Tony doing? I haven't seen Tony in a while. How is Tony doing these days? Is he enjoying the new house in the Philippines, the blue home? Did he ever get his house all done? I know you stay in touch with him. I'm just wondering how he's doing. I see him on Facebook quite a bit, but I haven't seen anything on his new house. So we're thinking about starting construction on our land maybe in 26. So we don't have to make a decision, but we're thinking about putting structures on our land in 26. So, and use them as rental properties is what we're thinking. We have a friend that we might have rent one of the houses at a reasonable rate, and then she would manage the other property. And so we'd give her a discount on the rent for managing the other property. The big guy says, I lay in the grass a couple of times a week, ground better, and blah, blah. Now, I agree with that. I don't do it because I can't get up off the ground. But I truly believe in that, especially if the weather's nice. I think it's nice to lay in fresh, clean grass with no dog poo, and to suck up the energy of the ground and the sun. I do believe that regenerates you. I really like that. It's just hard for me to get up off the grass. I used to really like to lay on the concrete at night. When your back is sore and tired, if you've had a nice warm day, go lay on the driveway or your patio that gets a lot of sun. When the sun goes down, man, the heat just, invigorates your body. He's doing well, house is done. They've been living there for quite a while. Yeah, good. Well, I knew that the house was, the living spaces were done. I didn't know if he ever finished, getting all the bells and whistles. The driveway, the walls, all the other accessories that you get or that you have to do when you build there. So, just heard a guy sold Forner house. He was watching. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. That's one of the worries. And we have land over there, and we're debating. Recliner makes my back hurt. Yes, I don't like recliners either. Big White Horse. I don't do recliners either. I don't like them. I'd rather lay down on a couch. I don't like to recline backwards. Hey, our good friend Sanders in the house. Good morning. I don't feel like going out and laying in the snow. Kiko, that's a good thing. Don't go outside and lay in the snow. I don't either, man. When we were kids, we could do snow angels, but let me tell you, Sanders, everybody's good. Hello, good to Sanders. Everybody say hello to Charles Sanders. Good morning to you, my friend. Are you working today? I'm sure you are down in South Texas. But you know what? It's irritated me. I bought some really good winter gloves for myself for Christmas from Lorelei to me, right? I opened them up on Christmas. I didn't take them anywhere. Now I can't find one. I didn't take them outside. They never left the freaking living room. But now I'm missing a glove. How in the hell does that happen? How am I missing a glove? I'm starting to I need to go outside and look. I'm thinking maybe when my dog stole it, took it outside, and it's outside being chewed up by the dogs. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Father Sanders. Charles was walking his dogs last night. I tried to chime in for a little bit during, he does live streams during the evening down there in Texas, walking his puppies. But yeah, it's going pretty good. You know, I don't know, I woke up today and I felt kind of happy. I felt excited. I felt optimism for the new year, which is shocking. But I don't know, we feel better. My dog is not dying immediately. I mean, she has heart failure, but all these other things going on with her. The doctor, and I know I talk about this a lot, my dogs, but the doctor thinks it's basically a really bad infection. We got her on some drugs, and she seems to be 85% better already. And so we're really excited about that. So that makes me happy. I'm not as stressed. So my fingers were on fire when I got back home. Oh, I know. Christmas parties. It walked away. Well, this was after the Christmas party. That's what I mean. This was Christmas. When just our friends were here. Just, you know, one couple, another Filipino couple. It wasn't the party. It was Christmas night. I opened them up. I put it on. I set it over on my plant. And I left the other one in the container. And I don't know what in God's creation happened in that damn glove. And they're really good gloves. I want them because I bought them so that I could do internet stuff in the cold and I can go fishing in them. I want those damn gloves. Maybe I'll tell Amazon I lost it or I never got it. No, that wouldn't be right of me. My fingers are on fire. The big guy, Canada beyond happy today. That's right, Canada. The land of Canada is happy today. They do not have a leader. They are leaderless as of this moment. You're missing glove. That is, yeah, I know. But the Christmas party was December the 14th. Christmas night, at midnight, we opened up the gloves. So I didn't have the gloves open on a Christmas party at the 14th, which apparently somebody was upset because the Filipino women were too sexy here. I don't know, guys, if you heard that story. But we had people upset. We had one person who apparently was offended that the Filipinas that were here were sexy. Sexy. That's okay. So I don't know where it is. I told Lorelai, we got to find it. I want it. I don't want to have to buy another damn pair. So I went to Walmart yesterday and got a pair of gloves, but they're not good gloves. They're not, you know, I mean, I did some research. I got some really good gloves that would allow you to use a phone and also dexterity to fish. So I'm really upset. Somebody stole my glove. The love glove. We don't need love gloves, man. I've been non-glovable. Non-glovable? I haven't needed a glove since I was in my 30s when I went to the doctor and said, too sexy for your eyes. Yeah, that's apparently she was upset and offended, I guess. She got mad on the live stream and finally voiced her opinion that, which made Lorelai mad. So, and you don't want to make my wife mad. Talking about how the Filipinos that were at the Christmas party were dressed too sexy and inappropriately dressed, you know. So I'm like, whatever makes you happy to think. So, but no, we woke up this morning, Sanders. We got rid of some dead weight on our YouTube channel this recently, which I'm happy about. I'm kind of happy about that, which is happy. And you know that when you have a subscriber or a follower and they go away permanently and it makes you happy, you know it was the right thing. So I feel good about that. Trudeau visited Mar-a-Lago last month and now he's gone. He is. Yeah, even President Trump couldn't save his happy job. So he is out of there. He is out of there. Maybe, but he was gone long before. And I don't know Canadian politics very well, to be honest. But if I understand it, he was in hot water forever now, you know. So yeah, Sanders woke up feeling good, everybody. Feeling pretty good. Back hurts a little bit, but it's okay. Big guy, rats are jumping, sinking ships. Yes. The sinking ship. Yes. Or maybe the The rats know that there's an exterminator coming, and so they better get off the ship. I don't know. But that's Canada. Canada doesn't really have anything to do with us, you know. We do trade with them, but, you know, they're kind of like our ugly stepbrother, in a way. We would defend them and take care of them and help them, but, you know, since they're kind of ugly, we just kind of leave them alone, pretend we don't know them. But Canada will get it figured out. They always do. They always do. What I'm more worried about, and I haven't read the news today, I thought I saw a snippet about China wanting to engage into Thailand again. Has anybody heard anything about this? Has anybody heard about China going after Thailand again? I thought I saw a little snippet of news that they were planning to invade, and that's why there's going to be such of a buildup in the Philippines from the United States and Australian side, how we're building up bases. But I mean, just like yesterday or something, I think China was threatening Taiwan again. Some USA lawyer resigned in D.C. Nice. Well, I think a lot of the people are probably running and hiding. They're probably worried that, you know, we tried to assassinate Trump. That didn't work. We tried to throw him in prison. That didn't work. And oh crap, now he's president. So maybe we need to go take a 4-year vacation in the Canary Islands. I just got a notification from News Channel about Trudeau's resignation. Yep. I have to check it out on that live later. Yes. Yep. That's what I saw on one of the news alerts too, that he's resigned. So, but now the question is, what does Canada do? And like I said, I don't know Canadian politics or how it even works. Never really cared. I like their maple syrup and I like their bacon. But I'm just being a butthead. But do they elect or do they appoint? Do they got to go through a whole election process? Is there a backup in place for him already? You know, like a vice, you know, prime minister or an undersecretary that gets promoted until they do an election? I don't know what happens in Canada now. Surely they just don't drive the boat without a captain. I really don't know what happens there. I never really followed it. But the wife wants to go to the Canadian side of Niagara Falls. I did see a thing a couple of weeks ago about Ellen, what is her name? Ellen DeGeneres? How she was supposedly moving over to England, and the people in London didn't want her living in London. News people from England were talking about that she was moving there because she ran her mouth so much in America about how if Trump gets elected, she's leaving the country. So now she needs to leave the country. And she was planning on moving to London, I guess. But a lot of news people were saying, well, you know, we really don't want her here. He's not gone into new elections. Okay. So what he's basically saying is, I'm not running for re-election. Is that right? So he's still in power until they... I think, okay. It's not it's not the fact that he's not running for re-election. He's resigned, so now they got to have a new election, right? And so once the election happens, then he's officially out. Versus saying, I'm not going to run again, right? Yeah. Because, you know, like here, if a president resigns, the VP takes over. If the VP resigns, then the Speaker of the House takes over. So I didn't know how they did it there. I didn't know how they did it. Maybe we can help them out. Do you think they would allow us Americans to vote? Maybe that would help them out. I don't know. But I do wonder how many of these people threw a bitch fit during the election saying that if Trump gets elected, I will not live in the United States. I wish somebody would do a follow-up report, go back and research how many people said that, and then we can do a comparison to how many people still live in the United States when it comes maybe March. You know, how many athletes, politicians, movie stars all said, if he gets elected, I'm moving out of the country. Whoopi Goldberg, I think she's still here. She needs to leave. Not until they replace him. Okay, Kiko. All right, thank you. Yeah, I just didn't know how it works. But they will start the process to replace him. And I don't know enough about Canada. Do they get elected for like 4 years? Are they appointed? So they have elections. Are they elected for like 4 years, 8 years, life? I don't know how that works. But yeah, that's what I wondered. I was wondering about that the other day. I was telling Lorelai about that. Her and I were talking about that. How many people that hated all of this and threatened to leave our country, how many are actually going to leave the country? I will help them go. Get the F out. That's right. You know, and I mean that. Look, I didn't like I don't like Democratic politics. But I'm one of these people that I believe you have to support the office of the presidency. Whether you like the president or not, you have to support the office. We don't have to tolerate it. We can vote it out. We don't have to like it, but we have to say, look, it is part of the ups and downs of being an American. It's part of the ebb and flow. We have to suck it up, whether we like it or not. And I think when athletes, actors, and all them throw a bitch fit and say, if you don't vote my way, then you're horrible people. And by God, if you people don't vote my way, I'm going to go live out of America because America is sucky. Well, that's not very American, so we encourage you to pack your bags and leave. It just is. You know, and wouldn't that almost be treason? I wonder if we could go down a rabbit hole and say, okay, Whoopi Goldberg, as an example, you have spoken out against the American people so much and the American government, it sounds like you may be borderline treason, so maybe we should deport you and take your citizenship away. The big white horse, the most interesting part of the latest politics is Giuliani to me. Okay. I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but I think he was the most capable politician. I agree with you. I think Giuliani, Rudy Giuliani, I think he did a great job when he was younger. I think he's just old now. Does he deserve how the ass whooping he's getting? No. But he's getting the ass whooping for Trump, is what he's doing. They can't beat up Trump, so they are taking it out on him. And at his age and his, you know, what's going to happen to him, I don't know. I'm surprised he's still alive, that he hasn't had a heart attack and died. He looks horrible. But I like Giuliani. I'm not a New Yorker. I don't like the Northeast of the country very much. So I was never a gigantic fan or not a hater, but I wasn't, you know, I liked him. He was all right. I thought he tried. So I agree with you. I think he was a capable politician. I think he just wasn't politician enough. And he supported Trump and went to bat for him, and people knew the only person, and I gotta say, he had some dirt in his closet. He had skeletons or dirt in his closet, which made him an easy target for the anti-Trumpers, right? Made him an easy target. Me either. I would never want to go to NYC, New York City. I have no desire. All I can imagine is how bad it smells. You know, I've been to New Orleans. It stinks. I've been to downtown Dallas in certain areas. It stinks. Chicago, you know, I just don't like big cities anymore. That's part of our problem in the Philippines. We lived in Cebu City, and we did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. My wife was okay with it, but I did not enjoy the congestion, the pollution, the diapers, the turds, the people peeing and shitting in the streets. So I did not enjoy that part of the big cities. So maybe that just makes me a bad person, but I didn't enjoy that. I don't enjoy the big cities. I just don't. I don't enjoy, to be honest, I'm not a country boy. You would never find me living out on 100 acres of land 10 miles outside of a town. You would never find that at all. But because I couldn't do that either. So I'm kind of an in-betweener, I guess. My son just married a Filipino nurse in New York. They're planning to move to Texas. Good, good. I know she can make a lot of money in New York as a nurse, but the cost of living is so high, they're going to be richer in Texas. I'm an introvert, I guess. Well, yeah, I'm an extrovert. Here's what I am. I'm an introvert who's a professional extrovert. That's what I am. I am a true introvert who knows it's my role, my job that I play as a YouTuber, as a college teacher, as a leader to be an extrovert. But once I'm done with that role, I go back to being an introvert. But John, what part of Texas are they thinking about? I think it'd be great for them to go to Texas. Now, the only problem with Texas is the property taxes. You know, they don't have any state income tax in Texas, which is great. Sanders knows this. But home ownership taxes are quite high in Texas. So it balances itself out. But not for sure, John. I learned something interesting the other day about athletes. I don't know if you guys know this, and I'm not a sports nut, but I saw something, I don't remember where it was, Netflix, some kind of documentary about something. Did you know that, for example, and I didn't know this, I'm just telling you, it makes sense, but I never thought of this. Did you know if you played for like the Dallas Cowboys, which would be funny, that you're employed by the Dallas Cowboys, right? So you don't pay state income tax from the wages you make from the Dallas Cowboys. But when you travel to San Francisco, you have to pay state income tax in San Francisco. They call it the stadium tax. And this is all professional athletes. If you go to Chicago, you got to pay Illinois state tax for the revenue, that part of your salary that you make with the Cowboys that you've earned while being in a different state. I didn't realize that. So these athletes pay a different state tax level every time they travel to a different stadium. You can't use words you need to use on YT. People describe yourself. You may get your pee-pee whacked. That's right. Sometimes getting your pee-pee whacked is not a bad thing, depending on who's doing the whacking. Good afternoon, host from Louisville. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you. Thank you for a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, all that. You're welcome in. Let us know how things are going. The Big White Horse says, makes sense. It does make sense, but I never thought about that. No wonder they lose so much of their money because they don't hire an accounting firm to figure all this crap out. MVP Fishing. Hello, my friends. Good morning. MVP Fishing's in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Fishing saying hello to you, Lewis. Big White Horse saying hello and good morning. These are some of the East Coast boys. Just don't get your foreskin in the zipper. Has anybody ever really, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. Has anybody ever really done that? Or is that just a TV movie? They did that. Right now it's 20 in Texas. Nice. It's 20 in Arkansas. So we're going up. We were 13 when I got up. Sanders is from Texas too. Lewis, thank you for being here. Hey, the big guy, MB Fishing. And remember, go and check everybody's channels out if you haven't done that. And thank you for subscribing to mine. Lewis is saying hello to everybody. So, Lewis, are you also a YouTuber? Do you have a channel or anything? I may be crazy. It's 25 and a foot and a half of snow on the ground. And I ain't going nowhere except for back and forth to the gas station. You're not going to go outdoors and do a live stream for us today? You're not going to go fishing or hiking or do some outdoor activities in the foot of snow? The big guy says, I did as a little kid and no shorts on. John. The best came through yesterday. Stings. big guy. 26 in Pennsylvania, which is weird that it's warmer further north than it is south. Kind of weird, right? It doesn't sound fair. Yes, you're a YouTuber. All right, nice. What kind of channel do you have? Are you in southern Texas, central Texas, or northern Texas? Because I forgot to ask Sanders how cold it was where he was in southern Texas. Because I'm curious what it is down by the Gulf. I mean, I remember one year we took a cruise out of Galveston, Texas in January, right about now. Yeah, right about now. And I'm telling you, it was cold as hell in Galveston. It took us about 2 hours out in the Gulf on the cruise ship, getting out in the water about 2 to 3 hours before it started to warm up. We could take our jackets and put them away. Southwest Texas, nice. Fishing says, nah, no, gonna stay home and make videos. Nice. I need to work on a video this week too. I'm gonna teach you guys how to boil an egg. Is that exciting? I got a new little kitchen gadget that I want to use and see how it works. Milo's boy is in Arlington. Okay, been to Arlington many a times. You've been to the University of Texas at Arlington. I taught there some. So been there many times. Took some classes there too. So know it well. Brother lives in Dallas-Fort Worth area. So Arlington, Texas. All right. So we know Arlington very, very well. But yeah, I'm going to teach you guys how to boil an egg. Big guy, I got 60 and 35 degrees. 60 for high and 35 for low. All right. I don't think we're probably going to break freezing today. If we do, it'd be really nice. But we're going to probably be right around that freezing thing. But yeah, I got a new kitchen gadget I need to do a video about. I think it would be fun. And then I'm going to do some cooking videos. Oh, by the way, in case you guys all want to know, this Thursday night at 7, I'm gonna do StreamYard live streams again with a panel, so you guys can come up in a panel. We're gonna go back to doing that StreamYard once a week, but I'll continue to do live random pop-ups all the other times. So we're gonna try to get back into a system and do StreamYard live streams. Horace says his niece went down to UTA. Nice. Yeah, I did some OSHA training down there, and I taught a couple of OSHA classes down there. So, your YouTube channel is about Echo Dot with Alexa. I hate Alexa. Let me see if I can find your channel. You know what I hate the most about Alexa? I can't change your damn name. The other thing is I'm going to pull your channel. You got 460 subscribers, 115 videos. Yeah, it is. I'll drop your link here real quick so everybody can go check your channel out. What I don't like about Alexa is one, you can't change your name. I want to change all of these things, names to computer like on Star Trek. But the other thing I hate is when there's a TV commercial that comes on and says advertising Alexa, Alexa goes off. And it says, you know, because they say, hi, Alexa, Alexa, can you tell me what time it is? The damn Alexa wakes up from the TV. Goes, oh, somebody's calling my name. Tomatoes make aluminum cooking taste like metal. John says tomatoes make aluminum cooking taste like metal. Well, aluminum is metal. So wouldn't the aluminum make the metal taste like metal, you know? I know the acid in it brings out the metal taste. John, I'm just giving you a hard time. Fishing says, one life in death scenarios is enough to put this angler away. Yeah, he almost got struck by lightning. So he's out there showboating Mother Nature, out there challenging Mother Nature, like the guy on Bob Barker on Caddyshack. Was that the preacher guy on Caddyshack? Remember when he's out there golfing in the rain and he has his best game ever and he gets struck by lightning? He was You can go into the Alexa app and just say, Alexa, change your name, give the options to do it. Oh, I didn't know that. That's why Alexa's in the closet. But now we have the Google stuff. We have too much mixed technology. We have Google, Alexa, and Siri. So our house is confused. Yeah, just mute the mic when it does that. I know, but yeah, Caddyshack is what it was. The Faces of Death. Oh, I remember that. I wonder if you can even find those anymore. You guys remember the one where they were eating the monkey brains? I can have Alexa turn off my light. Yeah, we have Alexa on some lights too and some other things, and then we have the Google stuff, and I don't know. It's crazy. My wife likes all the technology. I would rather just get up and turn the light on or off. You know, I'm happy answering the door when the doorbell rings. I don't want to wait, pull up my camera to see or look at it on the TV. I'll just get up and go answer the door. My wife is like, no, don't answer the door. It could be a killer. Really? What are the odds? How many times have I been killed answering the door? Look, I'm still here. I've never been killed answering the door. So, but the Faces of the Death. I remember that show. It was back in the late 80s, right? They would show all the, I got some pictures from my OSHA days that were curl your toes. I got some videos and pictures of workplace accidents that you people would pay me thousands of dollars to see, and then I would have to give it back to you so you could go get psychiatric help. Yes, the big guy says, yes. Yeah, we don't like to cook in aluminum, to be honest. I like cooking in woks. But I got this egg thing, this new egg gadget I want to do a short little video on and see how it comes out. So I'm really excited about doing that. I might do that one day this week. It's going to be bitterly cold here for me, so I might do that. Good thing you don't use facial recognition. Yes. Boy, I agree. Yeah, especially the Faces of Death, right? All these devices cause people to violate their own Fourth Amendment right. You got that right. That's correct. What do you think this phone is that I'm on right now? You know, all of my data, I mean, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. Remember, the best thing you can do is not talk to the police. Never answer questions. Best thing to do. Word of advice. Never answer questions. Wait until they throw you in handcuffs and they put you in jail, and all the time you're doing it, say, lawyer, lawyer, lawyer. Never answer a question. Lewis says, yeah, but what happens if you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't find the flipping switch? Just say, Alexa, turn on my light. Well, some of us can see in the dark. You can't see in the dark? Some of us are, man, we got night vision, buddy. I can wake up and see in the dark. Plus, I kind of know where my light switches are. And I have a light by the bed. So I just kind of tap on it and it comes on. Or you can get your phone out and use it as a flashlight. You know, but no, a lot of things are handy. I agree. My wife likes it all. My wife likes it, you know. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't find the light switch, I'll just wake my wife up and tell her to go do it. That's why we get married. That's why we get married, so our wives can do all the hard work. Come on. You know, why would I get up in the middle of the night? Just tell her to do it. Hey, wake up. Go turn the lights on. Lewis says, I can even ask Alexa to turn my Christmas tree on. I have a short video on that one of my... Good, nice. Would Alexa have been able to take the Christmas tree down? I mean, I was excited when it came down this weekend. So we just look, we kind of have a thing that once we put our Christmas tree up, we don't turn it off. So we plug it in and we leave it on. Yeah, right, to explain your right to remain silent to your... Oh, yeah. Well, that's why we were talking about Tampo last night, right? About Tampo is when the Filipino wives get mad at you and they don't want to talk to you. I tell people, man, because we get a lot of expats or guys married to Filipinos go, man, I hate that. I'm like, I don't. I love it. You know, when my wife won't talk to me for a day or two, I consider it time to go fishing, time to go do anything I want, watch TV, I look at it as going, woohoo, celebration time, celebration time, celebration time. Army guys open up only one eye, then turns the light on, then off. So one eye has night vision. Oh my God. I'm studying if drones are violations. I don't know drone law. I think there's been here's what I don't understand about drone situation. I don't know, did anybody ever figure out what the drones in Jersey was all about? Did anybody ever figure that out? The other thing I don't understand, why weren't they dealt with? Why didn't people send up drones and attack the drones? Why didn't people just shoot the damn drones down? You know, this is America. We have guns everywhere. We have the right to shoot guns. I don't know why people got so upset about these drones. I would have just took them out. You know, if you don't like it, just shoot at them. You know? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Were they super big drones that flew super high in the sky? Because, you know, drones only have such of a radius. Why didn't, I don't know. No, she can't take your Christmas tree down. Yes, she can, and she did, thank God. Because when you're married to a Filipino, they want to put it up in October. Luckily, you're lucky if they don't put it up before Thanksgiving. Ring cameras too, yes. Got a Ring camera or a Google camera, a Google doorbell. We have a bunch of Google. We have a Ring camera in the closet. I like the Ring camera, but now we have a Google thing because we got a big special on them. Nice. Motion detected. Well, I put light switches in our house so that when you walk into a room that you don't like, this closet behind me, it's a big, big closet. I just put a motion light switch, and when I walk in, it turns on automatically. I don't have to say anything or do anything. And it's not tied into Alexa, it's just an outlet. It senses my presence, boom, motion detected, light comes on. I put those in all kinds of places, closets, pantries, so I don't have to worry about a light switch. My point is, she will be happily give up the potentially incriminating information that she needs to keep quiet about. Oh, I agree with that. That's great. You got to convince the wife. No. No talking. I agree. I agree. And I've trained my wife, lawyer, 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 lawyer. You know, but you're right. You know, when and I'm not going to pick on my wife, but I'll give you a simple example. One time I got stopped for running a stop sign red light type thing in South Texas when we were traveling, didn't know he was there. And I always believe when a cop pulls you over, you say, they go, do you know why I pulled you over? You go, no, no clue. Why'd you pull me over? Well, first thing out of Lorelai's mouth is, he ran a red light. What? Shh. You know, don't tell them. No. Pull you over, you always play dumb. What? No. Why did you pull me over? I don't know. You never admit to anything. My neighbor stopped waving at me after I put the cameras up. That's good. But why were they waving at you in the first place? Was it because they were nice and good people, and now you scared them and paranoid them? So Geeko, I agree with you, man. I'm right. You know, and Lorelai got a speeding ticket one time in South Arkansas when we were traveling, and she did the same thing. You know why I pulled you over? You know, and I tried to, and she got really nervous. This is her first time ever. And she was really nervous, so much nervous that she couldn't drive. And I told the cop, I said, you've made her extremely nervous, now she can't drive. And I said, she's like, I guess I was speeding, you know, and she was. But I told him, I said, she was doing what the GPS unit said the speed limit was, is what she was doing. I said, but now that you've upset her, I have to drive. So thanks, you know. Well, and it was one of those small hick towns in southern Arkansas that has like 20 feet of city, and one's, you know, pointing that camera at your own house is different, Horace says. that came and at someone else's home, not trying to cause a fight. Well, I think there is a small difference in that. I guess he didn't want to be on camera for some reason. Okay, John. I think everybody has a right to point a camera anywhere they want. On your own property, you have a right to point a camera anywhere. One, there's that. You have the right to do that under the law. Period. When we're in public, we have a right to point a camera anywhere we want. In public, period. On our own property, we have the right to do that. Now, if you got a neighbor who is super sensitive, well, then maybe you can assure them that you're covering your property. I have a neighbor over here, and I have a camera out back that goes this way. And I have a camera, but you can't see beyond halfway from the street. So my yard ends here, and here's the road. My camera only sees to about to the middle of the street. Is all I can see, because I got it focused that way, because I want to see my property and cars pulling up next to my property. But one day they had an issue. She come over and she's like, hey, I see that you have a camera towards my house. Did you happen to see that guy that was... And I'm like, no, I hate to tell you this, but my house doesn't look at your house. It looks at my property and half of the street. She's like, oh, shit. So they wouldn't put up a bunch of cameras up. So they were so subservient to anyone in a position of authority. Filipinos are, yes, they are. And I hate that, Kiko. They need to be a little bit tougher like us Americans when that. They need to be able to give the thumbs up, you know what I mean? A little bit more. But you're right. And whether it's perceived authority or real authority, it doesn't matter, Kiko. Best Buy installs them for use. It does. Best Buy, if you buy that Geek Squad package, they will come and install all kinds of stuff. We were going to put a big system in this house, then we decided not to. But yeah, so I think there's a thing there that you gotta, if you're worried about your neighbors, I think it's great. But I also think there comes a point where you gotta protect yourself. Does trying to exercise the First Amendment violate the Fourth? Just thinking about something, I'm still thinking. I don't think it does, because it's the First Amendment, the Fourth is the Fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you're not giving up anything. The Fourth means you're giving up. The First gives me the right, to film in public. You have the right to be secure in your papers. I have the right to be secure in my papers. I have the right not to share who I am with you. I don't know who my neighbor is. I know what his house looks like. I know his house address, but I know nothing else about him. I guess he's a guy and his wife's a girl. They could be unisex. I don't know what they are these days. But so, you know what I mean? I don't know anything about the neighbor. So he hasn't given up anything. Big guy, we've got at least 5 cops' houses in our neighborhood. We only got one. And I had to have a talk with him when I first moved into this neighborhood, because our neighborhood has 2 sections, the early section and the little bit later section. And when we first moved into this house, he stopped by to tell me my dog was barking. I told him to kiss my ass. And I knew that he lived in the neighborhood, because he lived over there. And he came by and said, well, we had a complaint that your dog was barking. I said, oh, really? Who's complained about my dog barking? Well, we can't, well, no, yeah, you can tell me that. I want to know the call number. Well, you know, sir, I just stopping by to let you know that I didn't hear your dog's barking. You know, and I said, so what you're here for is to harass me and give me bullshit about my dog's barking. Because, and he said something, well, you know, the newer sections of the neighborhood has to understand that that some people in the older sections have been here long. I said, wait a minute, so you're telling me that people that lived in this neighborhood longer than me have more rights than I do? Is that what you... No, sir, no. And I said, and I told him, it pissed me off. I told him, I said, my best advice for you, officer, whatever his name was, badge number, blah, 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 said, you are on doorbell camera. So the best advice for you is to go back into your car, mind your own business, and tell whatever Karen and Darren that you know that has complained about my dogs barking, that if they don't like living here, they should move out. Because the problem was I was the only house occupied. My house was the only one occupied. The other houses weren't finished yet. It was just us. There was no other neighbors. All the other houses are still being built. Nobody else was living in their damn houses. The big guy says, that's why I like the rule. Yes, I agree with you. You got to do the rule. When we go to Alabama, we're going to do more rural, or at least a much bigger lot. All you need is a Smith & Wesson for your neighbors, Kiko says. My neighbor grows weed in his greenhouse. Well, you're in California, so that's perfectly fine. Big guy says, I gave my neighbor 3 houses over his $20,000 check. Wow. Left on the ground. That's nice. I would have too, because you can't cash a check. It's called theft and forgery and all that. So it's not like a $20,000 check can do you any good. Now, $20,000 in cash would be a different issue. I might have to think about that. But I'm with you there. I mean, you might as well just give people their check, because if nothing else, they'll just have another one issued. But we want to live a little bit further out too. We do. We do. As we get older and we're trying to eat healthier, we want to have a garden space where we can actually do more gardening, stuff like that. We want to be able to be a little bit less reliant on Walmart. So if we, down south where the weather's better versus here, because we only get about 4 months of growing season here, we would like to grow a lot of our own stuff. We'd like to try anyway. We would. We'd like to put in some gardens and see if we can't grow some better vegetables and things ourselves. And we know down south by the Gulf Coast, Lorelei's excited because there's a lot of fresh fish stores down there that we can find a lot of good food at. And she's really excited about that, because a lot of those have their fish is fresh from the Gulf and stuff versus being shipped in frozen. So that's partly why we hope that maybe we can be a little bit healthier the further south you go. That's part of our big thing. And then we don't want as many neighbors. Not that we have any bad neighbors, to be honest. Nobody ever speaks to us except for our ones here, and they're really nice. Big guys, last year I gave the very old lady the $100 bill laying on her foot. Nobody else let her know. Well, that's nice, and you should do that. And I tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong with doing the right thing, John. And we should all do that. And we shouldn't do the right thing because people expect it of us. We should do the right thing because for us, it's the right thing to do. So that was at Walmart? Yeah. Because I think, well, at the end of the day, we all have to live with us, ourselves. We have to be happy with ourselves. And if you're the type of person that would hustle an old lady out of $100, then you're not worth knowing. And that's the honest to God truth. Or you have demons that are too big to deal with. Because I look at it this way, would I want somebody to do that to me? No, so then I shouldn't do that to them. But all right, my friends, it's 11:30. We're going to wind this thing down. Let me remind you guys, Thursday night at 7, we're going to go back and do a StreamYard live stream like we've done for the years in the past. We're going to start that back up this year. We're going to continue to do random pop-up live streams like this at night and in the mornings. Our new fundraiser for the Philippines this year is school supplies. In late spring, we're going to do, during the spring, we're going to do a fundraiser for late spring to send the money to the Philippines to buy school supplies for the kids. So but we're not ready to do that. We're not ready to receive money for that. So we're going to be working on that and all those other good things. And let me know what's going on in y'all's world. Is there anything that you want us to promote for you guys or help share out for you guys? Let us know. Big John says he's exiting stage left. Appreciate you, the big guy, Big John, Tarzan, the man, the myth, the legend. We do appreciate everybody coming in and joining us this cold winter morning. I hope it warms up, sun comes out, which it has. But thank you all for being here, and let me know if there's anything that we can do for you. Kiko, we appreciate you. The big guy, big white horse, thank you for being here. Lewis, Kiko, thank you for being here. Joe was here earlier. MB Fishing, thank you again for coming in. Go back through here and make sure I don't miss anybody. A lot of people early on. Big guy. Sanders, he's at work, working, slaving away, earning money. So we appreciate you all, everybody coming in. Pat Rowley was here. Thank you, Pat. Dennis was here for quite a while. Thank you, Dennis. Joe was here, I said. Rustin was here. And all right, my friends, take care, and we will see you. I'm watching. You can watch my ads if you want. Watching my ads. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And we will subscribe to your channel. I got you set up. I'm going to go, just so you know, Lewis, I'll go and watch some videos, multiple videos. I'm going to comment, and I'm going to give a thumbs up, and I'm going to do it later on through the day, and then I'm going to subscribe to your channel. That way, it sticks to your channel. Okay? I'm going to do that for you. Pat says, see you later, everybody. Have a good day, guys. Thank you all for being here. See ya. Take care.